Hello everyone and welcome to a new review on ChinaMobileMag.com. In this time we want to have a look at a phone which is supposed to be a cheaper alternative to the very popular iNew V3 phone. To be exact, we are having a look at the Doogee Turbo DG2014. In terms of the hardware, it is quite similar to the iNew V3 with a 5-inch OGS screen, a MT6582 quad-core processor, a 13 megapixel rear camera and 1 GB of RAM. However, there are also quite some differences, like only 8 GB of internal memory, missing support for NFC and OTG, and also a missing status LED. So let's have a closer look at the phone and see if it really can be a cheaper alternative to the iNew V3. The Doogee Turbo DG2014 has been provided to us by our partner shop efox-shop.com. As always, let's first have a look at the accessories that come with the phone. The device is delivered in this box, which has a black paper wrap on the outside with a high quality printing. On this we do find the Doogee logo on top, and on the sides the model imprint as well as which color the phone inside has. On the rear there is a sticker with additional hardware information. When pulling the main packaging out of the wrapper, you see that it is white and does not have any printings on it. The top can be pulled off easily. Now you can see the compartment in which the phone is placed when opening the box for the first time. This part can be pulled off easily, and below the accessories of the phone come to daylight. Among the accessories is this power supply by Doogee with EU plug in our case, which is quite convenient as we did not have to use an adapter. These headphones are also part of the accessories, but they are quite disappointing. They are from a really bad quality, audio quality is bad, they do stink of chemicals, and in addition to all that, one earplug is missing the metal cover. A micro USB cable for charging the device and transferring data does come with the phone as well. This has a good quality and is black and long enough. Doogee did not save money on the user manual, as this one features a high printing quality and even covers the device itself and not only shows how to use Android. As the last accessory, we found a protective film inside the box, so whoever has fears the screen is not very scratch proof can feel safe with it. That's all about the accessories so far. Regarding the design, we have to say that Doogee really made an effort here. We have the version in color black, but it is available in many other colors as well. Here on the black front, which is black on every color version by the way, we can see the front camera and the phone call speaker on the top. Sensors are not visible here. Below the screen are 3 soft buttons which are not backlit other than the iNew V3. But this is not anything bad in our opinion, as you can see them quite well. When looking at the Doogee Turbo DG2014 from the sides, you will notice a metal frame on the left and the right, which is held in place by 2 small screws. This is looking very nice. Here we do find the on-off switch on the left, a voice microphone on the lower side, 2 buttons for volume up and down on the right, and 1 micro USB port and a headphone jack on the upper side. When turning the device around, we immediately notice the unusual rear cover. This is slightly angled to the sides and covered with small dots, which is looking very nice and is giving the phone this little extra in terms of design. Here we find the rear camera on the upper half embedded into the metal frame, and below another design element made from metal which contains an LED flash. On the lower half we do find the Doogee logo as well as the slogan connecting people and the world, as well as an opening for the speaker. Opening the device is going easy. You simply have to put your fingernail in this small hollow and can then pull off the rear cover. Below we do find the SIM and SD slots. There is 1 normal SIM slot, 1 micro SIM slot and 1 micro SD slot. SIM cards are placed above each other. Below the slots comes the battery and again below the speaker of the phone. All in all, we have to say that we do like the design of the Doogee Turbo DG2014, however we cannot say if the iNew V3 or the Doogee Turbo DG2014 is more beautiful. We do like both designs very much, and this is probably a thing of taste. By the way, the Doogee Turbo DG2014 is 6.3mm thin at the thinnest part. The screen of the Doogee Turbo DG2014 has a size of 5 inches. It is an IPS-OGS panel with a resolution of 1280 by 720 pixels. During our test, the screen was able to satisfy us by displaying everything nice and sharp for this price class. Colors are reproduced nicely, but are a bit too intense sometimes. We would also like to see some more contrast. The brightness is good, but under direct sunlight it is hard to see something on the screen, but it is still possible. Pixels are visible of course, but only if you come very close to the screen. During normal use you won't see them. The viewing angles of the screen are great and you only can see that the brightness is reducing, contents are remaining unchanged and do not fade out. The touchscreen is reacting precisely and without much pressure, fingers are gliding on the material effortlessly, and we did not encounter any ghost touches during our test. Here we do not have anything to complain about. In our benchmarks, the Doogee Turbo DG2014 reached the average results of a MT6582 based phone. In the Antutu benchmark, it reached 7078 points, which results in a ranking in between the Google Nexus 4 and the Samsung Galaxy S3. In the 3D Mark iStorm Unlimited benchmark, the phone reached 2889 points, 1995 points in the iStorm Extreme benchmark, and 2952 points in the iStorm benchmark. In the GFX graphics benchmark, the Doogee Turbo DG2014 reached 381 points. In the Velomo HTML5 benchmark, it reached 1959 points, as well as 577 points in the Metal benchmark.
now it's just like, man, you got to have that time where you just like disconnect from the scene, just the race. Like, and it's a race that I've created in my head, you know? But you have to step away from it.
Multimedia is mastered surprisingly well by the Doogee Turbo DG2014. The Full HD video that you can see being played here is a .mov file and is played smoothly, and the screen is displaying the content with a very good quality. The audio quality of the internal speakers is very good for a low-cost phone. Music is played very loud and it is not making scratchy noises most of the time. Bass playback, however, is almost not present. The quality of the audio output through the headphone jack is good and clear, but not very loud. To make it short, multimedia is handled well enough by the phone to satisfy the average user. The Doogee Turbo DG2014 is taking pictures with a 13 megapixel rear camera which has an aperture of f2.4. Unfortunately, the camera is not really usable, which is not necessarily the fault of the camera sensor, but probably even the software, as close-up pictures are very sharp, but macro images as well as landscape images are totally blurred. Same phenomenon is showing during video recordings. These are blurred as well in all situations. The audio quality is also not very good and not loud enough. This is very disappointing, as basically the camera would have a good color reproduction. Let's hope that Doogee or the community is trying to fix this with some new ROM. The front camera, however, has a very good picture quality and is showing almost no noise. Thus, it is perfectly suitable for video calls, chats and selfies. The 2G and 3G reception quality of the Doogee Turbo DG2014 is kind of average. The signal strength is mostly showing 3 bars and we did not encounter signal losses. Surfing the internet through the 3G connection was possible without any issue. The audio quality during phone calls was surprisingly good. The Wi-Fi reception quality could be a bit better, as the signal strength is going down quickly when moving away from the router. Unfortunately, we did encounter signal losses in some parts of the house far away from the router. But mostly everything was working flawlessly, so it is not totally useless. Bluetooth was working very good in our test. As with most MT6582 based phones, the GPS reception quality of the Doogee Turbo DG2014 is very good. Here it reached a fix for 7 satellites and an accuracy of 2 meters within 30 seconds while being outside. In the house, unfortunately, positioning was not possible anymore. Here the phone did find some satellites, but the signal strength was not enough for a fix. The battery inside the Doogee Turbo DG2014 unfortunately only has a capacity of 1750 mAh. This is enough for a day of usage at energy-saving use, but then you really have to recharge it. Here you should get a second battery with the phone, else it might not be enough for you. The charging time is rather short, with only close to 1 hour. Our opinion about the Doogee Turbo DG2014. The Doogee Turbo DG2014 is a nice looking low-cost phone with mostly good build quality. The performance of the phone was able to satisfy us, and also during the playback of HD videos and audio files it did not disappoint us. The reception quality is okay, even though it could be a bit better. The unusable camera and the short battery life, however, are quite disappointing, but this is something some updates or custom ROMs could be able to optimize in the future. All in all, the phone is not really a competitor to the iNew V3, but because of the lower price it might still be quite interesting for some of you with lower demands. As a result of this, we can only give you a limited purchase recommendation. The Doogee Turbo DG2014 is available through our sponsor efox-shop.com for 117.99 euros. You can find a link to the shop below the video. A written review is following soon on ChinaMobileMag.com as usual. There we will also link the shop and offer you detailed pictures as well as more videos regarding the device. The link to the written review will be placed in the video description soon. We hope that you did like this video. If yes, we are of course happy about a thumbs up, a comment and a subscription to our channel. Thanks for watching, bye and see you soon.